Hey guys, welcome back. Let's get into it. Let's talk ADA. I want to get into some of the Cardano conversation right here now in the market. This has been very impressive. All right. And a lot of you guys watching or commenting on my videos, you're wondering, why is Cardano not going up? Why are we seeing Bitcoin all-time highs? Trump's elected, crypto's booming. What is happening with Cardano? Okay. I'm going to try to address some of these concerns here and what is holding Cardano back. This is not FUD. I have Cardano as one of my largest holdings. And on a day where Cardano is up 10.2% currently in the market, this is something we have to talk about. All right. So 38 cents, we are booming. It's 10% on the day, 12 on the week, and 10.6 on the month. It's in 10% on the year. So we're stuck on that 10%. I'm going to share with you guys kind of what's going on. Remember, though, this is not financial advice. This is just kind of my take on the markets. Consolidation has been occurring, though, pretty much dating back till July in ADA. Okay. And now as we have these huge candles kind of looking to break through this red line at 39 cents, we're kind of at that upper level of what we're seeing here as we did trade above the SMAs right now. And for us, I've had these blue lines drawn for quite some time. I'm actually going to extend it for us here because we do talk Cardano every single day. So I want to share with you guys kind of where these blue lines are going to be saved at as we continue to move forward. But I do think this is where we need to get back into this 40 to 42 cents level. Okay. This upper band of consolidation, that's where we need to really look and rely upon if we do want to see any kind of ascension. And I'm not saying that we're going to get into levels that we have seen back in March, that's going to happen overnight. But if we keep stringing together these 10% days, I think that ADA is poised for a lot of growth. It's kind of, quite frankly, a sleeping giant. And if we look into this a little bit further, this is consolidation that we've been seeing. So I'm going to be talking about it. As always, guys, make sure you follow me here on YouTube as well as on X. The handle is in the bottom left of your screen. That way you stay up to date with what's going on in the market. Please remember, though, not financial advice. And before we get into what's holding Cardano back, I want to share with you guys one of the channel sponsors I do have here. If you do bet big on crypto, make sure you guys are all looking into my links in the description. These are sponsored exchanges. Because what we have going on is a Margex platform that does trade and offer leverage trading to investors. All right. So you're going to want to do your own research. There's no KYC, but if you want to learn more about leverage trading, check out their Learn tab. Also, you can look into the copy trading feature, copy each and every move that traders have been making, not just with Cardano, but all your favorite cryptos. A lot of people have been making some serious gains trading on leverage. And this is something that Margex has to offer, as well as airdrops from time to time. And doesn't really have that many stipulations. So like I said, it's a volatile way of trading crypto. There is no KYC, so make sure Margex is right for you, your financial situation, and where you're located before diving in. But if you want to get involved, links down below in the description. Okay. But what is holding Cardano back? This is where we look into the price recovery. And this article is dated a little bit, but I found it relevant to talking about it because I've had a lot of comments from you guys in a recent Cardano video, kind of wondering what's going on. So this is kind of what we're looking into. And I want to share with you guys kind of the numbers because we have had a lot of downward pressure and with multiple indicators pointing to a strong bearish trend. We're looking into the ADX. Now, the ADX, this is the average directional index. This is a gauging of strength rather than direction. Okay. And if we have numbers above 25, that usually indicates strength and a strong trend. And if we've seen this, this is kind of where you look at the higher ADX reading confirms that Cardano is in a firm downtrend with a lot of sustained selling pressure. Okay, so that's kind of where we've seen Cardano jump from 17 to 36.76 from a couple days ago. And this is kind of where you look at this intensifying. And that's kind of where you look at this being something more of a stronger, firm downtrend. Okay, and this is a clear price downtrend if we look at the charts. All right, so that's kind of what we're seeing right now. I think it's more of consolidation. I don't really agree with that number. The ADX, they're confirming a lot of bearish momentum, but this is something that in the short term, there could be more selling pressure and a reversal is less likely until that ADX continues to decline. So we're continuing to monitor it. I am looking at this. I want to see this go back down to approximately below 25. And then I think that will signal kind of a reversal. Also, the Ichimoku cloud is also pairing that with a bearish scenario. Okay, the positioning typically signals a downward trend as the price struggles to gain traction above key resistance levels. If the cloud itself is red, that is where we look at any kind of resistance for upward moves. You can look into a couple other lines, but the EMA, as well as that on the chart, is confirming the bearish trend with a lot of short-term EMAs below the longer term. So what this means, and kind of just to summarize this all for you guys, is that right now in the short term, Cardano is poised for more downward bearish momentum. Okay. This is not FUD. I've told you guys a million times. This is one of my largest holdings. Okay. And this is kind of where you could look for a trend reversal if the price pushes above the cloud. But as it's currently trading right now, as we look at the charts, the likelihood means more of a consolidation than a further decline. And that's a good sign. Okay. I told you guys a lot. Cardano is not going to be that crypto that explodes. It's not going to be that one that all of a sudden you wake up and you're up 5,000%. It's not going to 5x overnight like a meme coin. Cardano is a long-term play for me. I am not planning on selling one of my ADA until 2029, 2030. That's kind of my outlook, okay? Make sure you all have an exit strategy and understand what you're getting into. But Cardano, like I've said, it's been consolidating very nicely. Now, as we look into kind of what further can happen, can ADA recover? So let's get on the more bullish side of it. Let's get more green with our conversation. This is kind of where we look at this death cross that has recently been painted here on the chart with the sustained downward pressure, indicating that sellers are firmly in control. So the biggest test for us is getting more buyers in the fold. It's pretty much cut and dry. All right. If we continue to be bearish with all these metrics, then yeah, we're going to test 30 cents. We're not going to be able to just piggyback off of what Bitcoin's doing, what the market's doing, the Trump noise. Okay. And then that's where you kind of look at the upward trend happening, where we would need to have about another 10% move in this direction, which we have seen since the 5th, right? We are seeing 10% today. So that upside in that next move from here is looking at whether or not this bear sentiment will change in favor of more buyers. And that's kind of what we're looking at, okay? You can't really deny what we've been on in terms of this 10% that we're seeing today. And I know as we look at the zoomed out chart, it doesn't really paint that clear picture. These are daily candles, but these two red candles right here on the 6th and 7th, pretty much 2 days following this article being published, this is where Cardano is looking at making that recovery. And if I do kind of show you guys a little bit more of a broader stroke, we will look at kind of the time frame a little bit differently. We will look at more so, we'll just change it to 4-hour candles. You can see how Cardano is shifting to become more green. And these are days that we want to have, because we are entering that 40 cents to 42 cents territory, whereas this lower band of this consolidation zone, where we could break out and then all of a sudden, boom, we're talking about the next leg, which if you guys follow me, you know what I'm talking about. This is where we will be trading up here, where I have this sine wave kind of painted. Okay, and that's about 42 to 51 cents right here in the market. So that's what we have going. Appreciate you guys watching. I wanted to share with you guys this numbers. It's not FUD. It's just kind of the numbers. So we have had great days. The 10% day that we're having today. Let's look to continue this momentum. Right now, as I'm exiting this video, Cardano has updated. Right now, it's trading just a little bit under that. All right, and it depends what you look at. On the crypto bubbles, it's saying it's up 10%. On TradingView, it's up 7.44%. So it does vary from exchange and platforms, but that is the ADA news today. So if you want to know more, you want to know what's going on in the market, make sure you guys all like, comment, and subscribe down below. Appreciate you all watching, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.